Good afternoon, Tarleton State University. Thanks for tuning in to Texan Entertainment News. We've got a super exciting show for you today. I'm Jack Cochran, and first we're going to dig into some news from the world of entertainment. Right after, you'll get to hear about a pretty big event that happened in New York this weekend. Let's refocus back on our news first because there's some equally exciting topics to discuss here as well. First off, there was one video game on the horizon that was being waited for all around the globe. The demo is highly sought after, and this is the first release in this series in 6 years. Nintendo has finally released a new installment in the Super Smash Bros. Series, a fighting game that features major Nintendo characters and gaming icons from throughout gaming history. These games are few and far between, with the new versions being counterparts with the shared title of being the fourth in the series. These were brought to the US on October 3rd and have so far met with 2.8 million copies sold. That's about $112 million in sales, roughly the cost of 80,000 Labradoodles. Or, if you want to be more productive, that's about 30,741 semesters worth of housing in Legacy. The game was very well received, praised for its graphics and the large roster of characters, but it was criticized for hardware limitations and online latency issues. We have been waiting 13 years, and it's finally happening. Actor Steve Lemmy has officially announced a sequel to Super Troopers, a comedy about 5 bumbling Vermont state troopers. He has also confirmed that those who previously had mustaches would be growing them back, and any other cast members would have to earn the right to wear mustaches. Not a lot is known about it right now, but Lemmy said that a Kickstarter would be held to finish fundraising for the movie, and that the opening for this film will top the original. All that I can meow hope for is that Meow the Cat game makes another meow appearance. This past weekend, I had the unique opportunity to go to New York City to report on the nation's second largest pop culture expo, New York Comic-Con. New York is a big city filled with a lot of people, and this was reflected into the Javits Center last weekend during NYCC. With the large amount of people came a lot of cosplay. If you tuned into my live blog this weekend, you were able to see some of the best cosplay I found while at the convention, with a huge selection of items present with the vendors, and some of the prominent members of the comic book industry, such as Brian Johnson from the hit TV show Comic Book Men, and Michael McDermott, the writer and editor-in-chief of his own comic book Imaginary Drugs from IDW. Out of all these things I saw, however, there was one part of the convention that seemed the most interesting: the panels. Out of all the panels, I was only able to attend about 1.5. Panel attendance at these larger conventions is extremely competitive, and I decided to fight to attend the one that I thought was arguably the largest, The Walking Dead. This panel, moderated by Chris Hardwick, featured some prominent cast members with producers of the show. They mostly discussed recent events on the show from the end of Season 4, but the first part of the panel, after introductions, was something fans may have known about but weren't prepared for: a sneak preview of the Season 5 premiere. I was able to get some pictures of this for the show, but recording was not allowed. Besides the Season 5 premiere, there were some questions asked by Hardwick to cast members. Other panels at the event included Disney talking about Tomorrowland and Big Hero 6, representation for the TV series Once Upon a Time, Star Trek: The Next Generation cast members, and so much more. New York Comic-Con was a massive event with a lot of heart and a lot of fun to be had. Thanks for not changing the channel, everybody. It's been really great, and I'm glad to have you all watching the program. This show was produced by Bethany Kyle and Alejandra Araguin. Tune in next week for entertainment news, an interview of some sort, and who knows what else. Have a good, safe weekend, TSU.